Hey, what's going on everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping on in. Let's go ahead and move on into the next track, John Martyn's Solitaire, which is going to be The Man in the Station. What's he doing there? Is he waiting for someone, waiting for a train, waiting for a plane, or waiting for me to explain why I keep on going on with this? Let's go ahead and listen to the track. We'll talk about it after a little bit. Here we go.
There's a man in the station, in the train, in the rain. There's a face in the mirror that's showing the strain. There's a woman in the dark that's standing apart. There's a love in the man that's breaking his heart, but it's alright. Catching the next train home. The next train home. There's one more circle I'm dying to try. There's a piece of my head that's asking why. There's a piece of my heart that's dying to fly. There's a baby and a woman that's waiting to cry, but it's alright. I'm catching the next train home. The next train home. Gotta be away for a lazy face and get up and start loving the human race. It's just gotta be away for a crazy face. Get out from under this paper chase, but it's alright. I'm catching the next train home. Next train home. There's a man in the station, in the train, in the rain. There's a face in the mirror that's showing the strain. There's a woman in the dark that's standing apart. There's a love in the man that's breaking his heart, but it's alright. I'm catching the next train home. Next train home.
There's so much little bits of minute, jazzy, folky detail that are just strewn in, thrown about on the floors of this particular track, and I think it sounds absolutely gorgeous. First and foremost, I have to lean into that electric piano. Oh, just sleek with seduction, just a sound that sounds like electrified ripples of melody. Just absolutely beautiful. I mean, it's really, really good. That's going to be played by John Rabbit Bundrick, who, if I look at his Wikipedia page, has worked with many others, including The Who, Eric Burdon, Bob Marley, Roger Waters, and many, 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 many others. That is really sensational. Love the subtlety and the magic that he brings there in this particular recording. Guitar playing was absolutely wonderful as well. I love the restraint of the drumming, but also how the drumming isn't afraid to come alive and out front for just moments. Like when the snare, listen, it's the first time I've heard this song, but the snare, not the side stick, but the snare, I want to say has hit maybe once or twice in here. I once again, I could be wrong, but it's when it happens, it's a big explosive moment in a song of subtlety, and I think that that's really brilliant. I love the kind of, to me, what's the word? I don't want to say drugged way that Martyn sings here, but there's a certain insobriety in the way that he sings. There's a certain kind of slur in his words, not in a negative, but a beautiful characteristic that I think kind of brings he brings into the music almost like this drunken poet, perhaps. There's probably, hold on, a pothead poet. Not a pothead pixie, but a pothead poet. That, I don't know why. That's just the sound and the texture that his voice gives to me, but also the way that he delivers. He has a message of importance, something that he wants to say, get off his chest, but he's saying it in a very common man kind of way that I think everyone can kind of understand, even if you can't always understand exactly what he's saying. Obviously, everything else in here sounds wonderful as well, but those are just the things that stood out to me. Okay. There's a man in the station and a train in the rain. There's a face in the mirror that's showing the strain. There's a woman in the dark that's standing apart. There's a love in the man that's breaking his heart. But it's all right. I'm catching the next train home, the next train home. I like how he's describing these different people in different situations, but you can immediately kind of piece together the story that he's weaving. There's one more circle I'm dying to try. There's a piece of my head that's asking me why. There's a piece of my heart that's dying to fly. There's a baby and a woman that's waiting to cry. But it's all right, I'm catching the next train home. I like the way that this is written as well. There's got to be a way for a lazy face to get off and start loving the human race. There's just got to be a way for a crazy face to get out from under this paper chase. But it's all right, I'm catching the next train home. And then the final lines repeat the first as well. So different people in different situations, he's kind of not wandering, but wondering about it all and kind of thinking, is there a way to get out from under all this, from the everyday pressures and parts of society that are just what we have to deal with, love, loss, et cetera, et cetera. And I think that the way he's writing that is very relatable. Yes, you could read this as a literal story about this man in the station and this woman perhaps waiting for this person at the station, or you could take that and enlarge it, widen its scope into a lot of other things. At the end of the day, it could just be John just wandering about things that are fictional, but at the same time, maybe not exactly, and perhaps a little bit more hit close to home. That's what I think. Let me know what you guys think. Comments down below. Follow me over on Twitter, support the channel, and Patreon. Thank you so much for being here, for listening to me ramble and ramble and ramble on. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you later, guys. Bye.